Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. And of course, I need to say it's been a while. I am sorry, had to skip a few days/weeks of video content. I think it never happened before in the past. So life just did its thing. I mean, it's been a little rough for me when it comes to having time to do side stuff, other stuff that isn't like real life and stuff, So I'm sure you guys get it, but I'm back at it. And of course, this week is the Game Awards 2024. We talked about it on the channel a few times. We kind of think that this year there's potential for ATLUS to show up again. And I'm saying again because the last time that they showed up was during the Persona 25th anniversary, or at least the last time that they showed up with an announcement. If you don't know, the Game Awards is an awards show, of course, where they give awards to gaming publishers and developers and stuff. You have nominees, you have categories, and you have winners. I think I can say that. The primary focus for these shows isn't really the nominees and awards for most people. It's the announcements, because there's always a lot of trailers and game reveals and announcements and stuff. In 2021, ATLUS revealed for the 25th of Persona a port for Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. For a lot of reasons, I think there's potential for ATLUS to show up with Persona this year at the Game Awards. Now, if you watch some of my latest videos, I am thinking, or at least I used to think, Persona 6, which may sound crazy, but right now is one of the rare occasions where we have no idea what's next for ATLUS. We don't know what is their next project, what is their next game to release. Of course, this year was huge, amazing year for ATLUS, with Unicorn Overlord starting off the year alongside Persona 3 Reload, and then we had freaking SMT5 Vengeance, 3 bangers, and they ended the year with their Game of the Year contender, Metaphor ReFantazio, which is absolutely peak. I'm about to be done with the game, still am not done. See, when I say life has been crazy, I am still playing the game at 70 hours in or so, so I'm really near the end, I know. It's been a blast so far, so I think it's fair to say that there's a ton of momentum behind the ATLUS name and ATLUS brand, which means I think both Jeff Keighley, the host of the Game Awards, and ATLUS probably want to have a presence on stage, because if you don't know, there's millions of viewers, over 15 million viewers last year tuned into the Game Awards, if I recall correctly, which means that is insane visibility. If ATLUS wants to show up, they could. ATLUS showed up physically on stage at Summer Games Fest, which is another show hosted by Jeff Keighley, which was last June, a show that isn't as big as the Game Awards at all, but it's still pretty big. ATLUS was there. Soejima, Hashino, they were there on stage. I think Meguro was as well, talking about Metaphor ReFantazio during Summer Games Fest. I think there's a good chance they show up again here for the Game Awards. I think they're probably going to be physically there once again, because again, Metaphor and other ATLUS titles from this year like Unicorn Overlord are nominated for a lot of different categories. Metaphor is nominated for Game of the Year, and it's at a 94 on Metacritic. It's the best rated game of the year alongside Astro, so I think there's a good chance that the game might even win. All of that to say, Persona 6. I don't have that enthusiasm that I used to when talking about a potential Persona 6 reveal at the Game Awards, and there's a simple reason for that some of y'all will like, some of y'all won't like. Let's get it straight out of the way. If you watched my last ATLUS news episode, I think now's a good time to plug it. I'm trying to be the #1 source for ATLUS news reporting here on YouTube, so if you want to stay up to date on all things ATLUS, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. So in that last episode, what I did is I reported that an English, or at least a worldwide website domain was registered by ATLUS and Perfect World Games for Persona 5 The Phantom X. Persona 5 The Phantom X had multiple betas, very successful. They kept talking about how they want to release it worldwide and maybe even a console version at some point, because for now it's only a PC and mobile game with gacha mechanics, so they're kind of trying to figure things out. Well, 2 weeks ago when I reported that, they put up this website, which is a big deal because when they register a website domain, it means they're getting ready for something. I am thinking that there is a solid chance that Persona 5 The Phantom X is indeed what we're going to see from ATLUS at the Game Awards and not Persona 6, which I am still thinking Persona 6 is next year. So when could they reveal it? I don't freaking know at this point. I'm not saying it's impossible for them to reveal it at the Game Awards, but after seeing the website registry, the domain registry for Persona5x.com, I'm really thinking that this is where they're going to show the game. It makes a lot of sense. It's a mobile game. Everyone can download it if they want, which means that it has appeal to everyone. Persona 6 might not even be on all platforms. It might be far away from release. I don't know, a mobile game to be announced at the Game Awards makes a ton of sense to me. Persona 6 made a ton of sense too, so I'm really trying to figure things out here, but it's hard to say. Of course, there's also the infamous Raito remasters that people have been talking about. What's going to happen with that? I don't know if this would be the place to reveal it. I mean, there's the mainstream audience watching the show. There's, of course, more hardcore gamers watching the show as well, JRPG fans. It's a Western event. So I'm really thinking Persona 5 The Phantom X makes the most sense. Persona 6 makes a lot of sense too, in my opinion. Maybe not as much, now that we saw the registry. And the Raito ports feels too niche. Feels like kind of unappealing to fans outside of the ATLUS niche, I would say. So yeah, if ATLUS is to pay for presence at the Game Awards, I am thinking it's for Persona. Probably Persona 5 The Phantom X. So what do you guys think on this one? I wanted to speculate about that. Just note that I will be streaming the whole event on Thursday as well. It's been a while since I streamed, so please join me. It should be fun. These shows are generally really long. It starts at 7:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. This Thursday, as of the time of recording this video, as of the time of you watching. It should be fun. Hoping for good game reveals, and I hope you guys will tune in. Once again, sorry for the little YouTube break. Life doing its things. I appreciate you guys tuning in regardless. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching. Bye.